Junpei are very undiscovered characters. So I could see why no one's played fucking Shadow Junpei, so they would consider him low tier.
Let me ask you this question. Who's worse than Junpei?
It doesn't matter what I'm going to say because you don't think anyone's lower than him.
No. I'm interested in what you think. You're noting his strengths and ignoring his weaknesses.
No.
Someone
I'm
like
not
me
ignoring. Okay, Junpei is a fucking jack of all trades character like Narukami. He's a shoto. He's got option. He's not fucking great at anything.
You comparing him to you?
Are you fucking kidding me? He's better than Narukami at zoners because of Trismegistus dive. He has high damage off of combos and he scales.
I wish you could.
And his fucking normals are good for You're fucking laughing at me because you won't fucking listen.
No, I'm listening, but all right, go ahead. My bad.
Who else do you think has worse normals? Who has worse normals than Junpei?
Who has worse normals than Junpei?
Who has worse range normals than Junpei, including 5C and 2C?
Who has worse? I don't think no one has
worse normals than 5C and 2. That is a fucking lie.
Who has worse?
Chie has less range. Shihei has less range. Sho has less range.
Sho has less range.
You could. Sho, not Minazuki.
No, Sho has less range.
Fucking normals, listen to me. Let me finish. Ken is about the same as Junpei. Yukari has shorter normals. Labros is about the same. He has about the same range as Mitsuru, actually, although he's slower. It's about the same range as Aigis is to B. He has less committal normals than Adachi. I just named off like 5 fucking characters that he can he can outrange. And yeah, sure, fucking low tier. Kiss my ass. That's he's not low tier.
He's like
why is he low tier?
Okay, here's this thing, right? Outside, all right. You say Victory Crime. Let me actually. Okay,
why is he low tier?
Here's the reason why he's low tier.
Why you think he is low tier?
Listen, weirdo. All right, listen. Here's the thing with Junpei. Junpei with Victory Cry mode, from what everyone's told me, makes him mid tier at best. Okay, so let's take away the Victory Cry mode. That mode he has to earn. All right.
Yeah. Outside of Victory Cry, I totally agree with you. He's low tier. But that's like not giving power charge to Chie. That's like taking rid of Elizabeth's Hama. Take away Fire Break from Yukiko.
But see, which is easiest to get though? Chie's is easier to get comparing to Junpei.
Chie's requires meter. Adachi to get his insane damage. To get his bullshit needs to be an awakening.
That's not the
Fire Break has a long cooldown. Naoto needs meter. Are you fucking kidding me? He just needs to hit you with his baseball bat. His gimmick is meterless.
Again, he can lose it. You've seen numerous times where I had rounds where I didn't get a single base and lose.
Yes, that's because I was playing good and not letting you get bases.
Here's the thing. I'm glad you said that. The point is a good player won't allow that, or at least put the interaction where Junpei will never get bases.
And a good Junpei will force it.
I wish. It's a lot easier said. Junpei is very honest.
One of the fucking things is you always keep on ignoring his persona normals. You can get good bases from mid. You can get 1 or 2 bases from at minimum from mid range, especially if you want to burn meter. You can get a couple safe bases that way. Yes, he is. I think he is. I think there's a big difference between him being a difficult character and him being a low tier character.
So what's the difference, if I may ask?
For example, Elizabeth. Give a day 1 player Elizabeth, and they can do goddamn nothing. Give the gods Elizabeth, and they will touch of death you. That is why she is high tier. But give a normie never played a fighting game Elizabeth, she is so fucking technical. Same thing with Margaret. Same thing with Junpei. He is, in my opinion, he is a very getting bases is his main game plan, and that can be difficult, especially because he is a character that has not been fully explored yet in the meta. Yes, he is a difficult character to play, but that doesn't make him low tier.
So
In fact,
here's a little disparity. I would agree with you, but here's the little thing. I don't think Junpei is so much as difficult as much he is hard to win with. He is very difficult. If you're playing Junpei, it's difficult to win with him.
what about those games where you got 10 bases on in round one?
I like to believe it's player skill.
You have ended multiple games with me with 37 bases.
I like to believe it's player skill at that point.
Well,
Because it's not Junpei the character carrying me. You know what I'm saying?
once Junpei, okay, no character, okay, carry you.
Because your biggest complaints is about Junpei and what he gets, but he has to get there, and that takes excruciating amount of time to get.
No, it doesn't. An average combo can get you a good amount of runs. If you want to spend meter, if you have 50 meter for home run, you can easily get 8 or so bases in a combo. I don't know exactly how many bases, but you can get very close.
I have to open you up though.
Okay, everyone has to do that. What's the problem?
The problem is Junpei don't have like the big mix like a lot of the cast does.
Although maybe it does. Wait, big mix? Okay, no, I see what you mean. Well, another thing a lot of characters don't have is he can lock you down with 5D and force you to block.
You don't have to force anything. You can just scoot your way out of that. You've done many times.
I have, but for example, let's say you do J5D, and as they roll, you hit him in the goddamn face with 5B as you come down from the air. Punish the roll. That's all. I was scared you were going to do that to me. You know, jump, do a full jump, do J5D, and as you come down, hit him in the forehead with the bat, get a full combo off of it because it's point blank range.
So, where would you put Junpei in a tier list then? And based off what you say, I'm curious to want to know who he's above.
I would put him on the lower half of mid tier. I think. Just normal Junpei.
I'm curious, who is a low tier character in this game to you?
You know, honestly, Jesus Christ.
Because my low tier characters would be Junpei, Kanji, and Lapras. That would be my low tier characters.
Lapras, Kanji, and Junpei? Is that what you said?
Like, the low tier characters, when I think of low tier, are like Junpei, Lapras, and Kanji.
Well, Lapras or Shabras?
Not the Shadow version, just regular Lapras.
Okay. Lapras. Yeah, because Lapras has some. Well, I can see what you mean. Lapras gets good Oki, but actually, she's got committal mix. I see what you mean. Kanji, I definitely believe he deserves to be a low tier. Because if he was any higher, he would murder everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, he's a fucking grappler. Grapplers are almost always low tier, except for the fact that he could take half your life away. And if he does get shock, you know, he's got some things like that. But no, I agree with you, Kanji being low tier. Junpei, I would definitely put him low mid tier.
Low mid tier. Okay.
Low mid tier. I would not make him low, but I think he deserves to be in mid tier.
Mid tier.
At least. Yeah.
At least. Who is below him?
I don't have a definitive answer for that. Like I said, I can see why you would put Kanji and Lapras below Junpei. I do not fucking understand Teddy, so maybe. Junpei gives me similar vibes to Aegis.
Interesting.
Where
So,
they
I'm
have
trying to find,
they have a resource they need to manage, but with good management of that resource, they pop off. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just with bases in Argeo mode, it gives me not the same vibe, but a similar vibe to that. They like a good management of Argeo mode that takes player knowledge and a bunch of shit to effectively manage, right?
Okay.
Well, Junpei, he pretty much lives and dies by if he can get runs, and you need to be a good player to get those runs. Yeah, which is why I was saying I don't think he is a low tier character, but I do agree he needs a good player to play him. You know what I mean?
I mean, any character can have that, but here's the thing, right? You're saying he's low mid or whatever the case may be. I don't know what that means because I don't have a basis of what you're basing off of. Who is below him and who is above him? I clearly know who's above him, but who would be considered below him?
I think definitely Kanji would be lower than them, based off of the principle that grapplers are pretty much always low tier. That's just
not always the case.
It's actually I personally believe that Kanji is the most fun and versatile grappler I've played. But if you know how to deal with him, Kanji lives and dies by mind games. You know? Like, if it's really the player getting into the other person's head. And if you can do that, Kanji pops off, but if you can't, you just die. You know? Sho? I'm not sure where I would put Sho, but if he's fighting a zoning character, I have
Okay.
I have a friend that mains.
Who is the best character in the game?
Elizabeth has near. Does she have Touch of Death still?
No.
Okay. Well, she still deals a fuck ton of damage, right? The fact that she can put herself into Awakening and shit like that, off of one tap, she can pretty much murder you and swing a game. The character itself is basically an IK, so I'd probably put her.
My top will always be Sho and you,
not,
and maybe Yosuke. Those are like my top.
Not Minazuki, normal Sho.
Sho with Persona.
Sho, that's Minazuki. Okay.
What are you talking about?
So look at the character screen. You see how the left Sho has Sho in red?
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yosuke and Sho will be like my...
I call Persona Sho, I call him Minazuki. It's just like, this, because it's like Labras Shabras, you know? But Sho, without Persona, I have my friend play who mains that guy. Jesus Christ, he is cracked with him. But if you can keep him out with zoning, he has a lot of difficulty getting in.
With Persona?
Without Persona, I have camped out. I've camped out Persona-less Sho. Not Minazuki, just normal Sho. With just J5C alone on Yukiko. Up close, I agree with you. He's the only character with a true instant overhead 4-way mix. He is fucking terrifying. If you could keep him out, you prevent his game plan entirely. Because he lives and dies.
The same could be said about Junpei.
Not by range. Not by range. Junpei, how many times have you sniped me with SB just because it's full? I'm looking up that name. I can't fucking remember the name of the special. How many times have you sniped me with 214 CD? And won the game because of it?
And won the game?
You have won entire rounds, entire games with that move